Today on the show, we're going to be recapping Superman, American Alien number 3. So this issue starts off with us finding out that Clark has won a trip to the Bahamas. So he gets on the plane and then the plane crashes. So he and a pilot swim onto a nearby cruise ship, and upon getting on the cruise ship, turns out that everyone thinks that Clark is Bruce Wayne. This is supposed to be Bruce Wayne's birthday party, but most of the people there clearly have never seen Bruce Wayne, and Oliver Queen is there. Basically, this ship is full of drunk teenage socialites, and Clark is very confused until a girl that's dressed a bit like Kesha pulls him aside and says, "Look, I know you're not Bruce Wayne. No one has seen Bruce since he was 12. Bruce never turns up to his own parties, so what?" Clark basically agrees with this girl, and this girl's just like, "Look, you'll probably have an easier time just pretending to be Bruce. None of these people are gonna question it either way, so just go with the flow." So Clark does that, and he has a great time, like a really great time. Not as great time as this guy though. There's this hot tub scene though where Clark finally realizes just how much money is being thrown around on this ship, and he starts basically feeling guilty. He feels terrible for everything that he's doing right now and says that he's not Bruce Wayne. But these teenage socialites are just so out of it, their only response is deep. Clark continues to flirt with the Kesha-like girl who turns out to be Barbara Minerva, and then they bond, and then they really bond, and then they really bond. They had a bit of the sex. Clark would eventually have a moment of, I just can't stay in Smallville for all of my life. And then he gets up to go to the bathroom and he's feeling really dizzy and out of it, and he thinks that someone must have spiked his drink with something, and this is when Deathstroke turns up. Turns out that he spiked who he thought was Bruce Wayne's drink with a poison that should kill a human, but Clark isn't a human, so he manages to survive this because alien, and then he flicks Deathstroke off the ship. Like, literally flicks. Like flicks. Clark would go back to sleep, and the next day he's looking up onto the ship and there is Barbara, and the two of them basically say their goodbyes, and Clark is like, "You should come with me," and Barbara says she can't, and this is when they part ways. And that's it. It is worth saying though, from across the world it is revealed that Bruce found out that Clark was pretending to be Bruce, and Bruce didn't exactly seem too happy about it. He was kind of like Deandra from the first episode of The Most Popular Girls in School. You know, he just kind of went,
"Who the fuck are you?"
This issue was just so much fun, and I'm so relieved because issue 2 was so gritty, and issue 1 was just so much fun as well, so I'm like, what happened in issue 2? I didn't like that one that much at all, but issues 1 and 3 are like two of my favourite comics in both of the months they came out. Actually, issue number 1 was one of my favourite comics through all of last year. I do kind of get why we're getting different aspects, dark and light, through Superman's life. Basically, Superman is supposed to be this icon of perfection, and American Alien is just brief looks at some of the things that led up to Clark becoming Superman. It just kind of makes sense that there would be a mixed variety in there, because you can't become something that's near perfection without experiencing almost everything there is to experience, in terms of emotions at least. There also needs to be a good mix of feminine and masculine themes, and theme-wise, issue number 1 was very feminine, issue number 2 was very masculine, issue number 3 was really about self-identity, which again is a very feminine theme, and then by issue number 4, Clark seems to be a good merge of feminine and masculine themes, but we'll talk more about that next time I do a recap. I do like how Clark Kent is being treated more as a melting pot for Superman, as opposed to being this dorky guy that eventually found out he had powers and then destroyed half a city by trying to save the day. I don't know if anyone else is going to read it like this. I know I'm enjoying reading it like this, so maybe if you haven't been reading it the way that I've been reading it, give the series a reread with what I've said in mind.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. So what did you think of American Alien number 3? Please note in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon. We are currently trying to fund this show getting its own office so I can make more episodes and bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel because I'm doing kind of a full month of Zelda videos. So kind of. It's like Zelda Twilight Princess came out and I'm really enjoying Triforce Hero, so I want to do a Let's Play of that. It's a whole thing. So don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.